Hi, today I'm going to talk more about that hormone leptin, which I mentioned in my last live in relation to sleep and leptin. So I explain a lot more about that in my book, Take Charge of Your Happiness, Belly Fat and Sexiness. And the reference to hormones in the title is a lot to do with leptin, because it's a relatively recently discovered hormone which has a lot to do with fat storage. So the way that leptin works is that when you're it's produced by your white fat cells, which mainly occur around your belly, but they can also occur around your bum and other areas of your body. But it's the one around your belly and your internal organs that is the real health issue here. So your white fat cells produce leptin when you've got plenty of fat floating around in your body. Then it tells your brain that you don't need to eat anymore and you can stop eating. And so that's how leptin works to be the major hormone that controls your level of fat in your body, your energy, your metabolic rate, and how much fat you store. So, for instance, leptin tells your thyroid hormone or thyroid to produce more thyroid hormone to stimulate your metabolism, so that you burn more energy. You have more energy when your body has got plenty of fat in it. So you would think, wouldn't you, that and we thought initially when leptin was first discovered in the early 90s that if you're getting overweight, then all you have to do is bump up the level of leptin in your blood, and that would tell your brain to tell you to stop eating and start burning fat, or keep your metabolic rate high. Nothing is ever simple in the human body, and so that doesn't work. And supplements that try and tell you that they do just don't work. And so why is leptin such a problem in this modern world, and why is it so heavily involved in people being overweight? Well, when leptin gets onto your brain, and the receptors in the brain, it tells you to switch off eating and keep your metabolic rate high. But it turns out that there's a thing called leptin resistance. So that happens when you have too much triglyceride floating around in your body. Now, triglyceride is what your body does when it gets excess simple carbs or sugars. And particularly dangerous the high fructose corn syrup that is used to sweeten most soft drinks. Apple juice also has an extremely high level of fructose, but orange juice also has pretty high levels. Apple actually has about 70% fructose in it, whereas most other fruit juices are around equal amounts of fructose and glucose. So when your body makes triglycerides, they have a very powerful effect of sitting on the leptin receptors in your brain, or actually in the limbic brain in the back of your head, your lizard brain, and blocking it. So your brain doesn't get the actual signal saying stop eating, which means that you keep on eating until your leptin levels get higher and higher and higher, and eventually the signal gets through and says, oh, you've had enough now. So leptin resistance is a major problem if you have a diet high in lots of carbs. And it actually precedes, you might have heard of insulin resistance. Leptin resistance actually precedes insulin resistance. And so I can imagine you're probably like me thinking, oh my God, do I have leptin resistance? Which I did which I asked myself the question. And the simple answer to that is have a look at yourself in the mirror. And if you're carrying more belly fat than you would really like to have, then the chances are extremely high that you have some leptin resistance. And it would be really good to take, well, before you can take charge of your belly fat, you have to actually address leptin resistance. So that's probably enough for one day, and I'll talk more about how you can get rid of leptin resistance or reduce leptin resistance in my next video, and hopefully that will be a live one we have a better internet. So thanks for your time. Bye.